For Action News, I'm Manas Mosca. We all know that science and medicine are always changing. For instance, some bacterial infections used to be easily treatable. Now, some antibiotics don't work at all. AIDS was a death sentence 20 years ago, and now those infected with HIV have lifespans that aren't too different from non-infected people. That sort of change also applies to breast cancer detection. The efficacy of routine mammography screenings is being challenged yet again with a recent Swiss study. According to the authors, routine screenings by mammography, an absolute given in the fight against breast cancer, may not be a lifesaver after all. And much like PSA tests, it could be doing more harm than good. Here's ACTRA's Dr. Gilbert Ross with more.
This current Swiss study is a large review of hundreds of thousands of women in Switzerland. And the results are very clearly outlined in a graphic that we've included in today's dispatch items. So in addition to this video, I would urge anyone reviewing this piece to look at our dispatch item. But the data are very strong. Its statistical analysis is indisputable that routine screening mammography does more harm than good in terms of overdiagnosis and overtreatment. This is really a sea change in thinking as far as breast cancer diagnosis and treatment. Breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer among women. I'm talking something on the order of 200,000 or more diagnoses of breast cancer are made every year in America. And the toll of breast cancer death has been pretty steady. It's gone down a bit. It's something around 40,000. That's a lot of women dying of breast cancer. So it's hard to absorb and assimilate this new recommendation, these new recommendations from the statistics. A lot of those breast cancer diagnoses, of course, the hundreds of thousands of breast cancer diagnoses, were made based upon screening mammograms. So when you find a little something on a breast mammogram, and you do a biopsy and you find a grade 0 or 1 cancer or a ductal carcinoma in situ, it goes on the ledger books as a cancer, but that doesn't mean that it was ever going to harm the woman or grow. And those are the large majority of breast cancers that are found on screening mammograms. But a few of them are lethal, progressive, infiltrative breast cancers, and they do wind up spreading and killing 40,000 women. The real question is, so what if you stop doing screening mammograms? How many of those women will go on to develop aggressive metastatic breast cancer and suffer the consequences, including death? The answer is, on the cold light of day and the analysis of mathematics and statistics, just about the same number will die of breast cancer with or without screening. That is really the bottom line. So unless you feel a lump, or if you have a very strong family history of breast cancer, or previous history of breast cancer in yourself, obviously, or of course a positive genetic mutation test, the BRCA1 or BRCA2 test, none of what I just said applies to people with real good reasons to have a mammogram or to have follow-up mammograms. But for the routine, annual or biannual screening mammogram among women with no specific reason, my advice would be skip it.
To read much more on this topic, please head to our website, acsha.org. That's acsh.org. While you're there, don't forget to also sign up for your daily dose of news delivered right to your inbox. For ACTRA, I'm Manas Mosca.